Just so you guys know, there's a brand new episode on my podcast, Let's Get Real, the podcast. It's for anyone. Don't forget to check it out. Available on all streaming platforms. New episodes every single Monday. And of course, my book, Mindfulness Through the Stars, is available in Target, Amazon, pretty much anywhere you can find books nationwide. Go check it out. It's a mindfulness guide to becoming a better you through your zodiac sign. Lastly, if you've ever wanted guidance, clarity, or spiritual advice of any kind, Keen is the place for you. With access to thousands of trusted psychics, clairvoyants, tarot readers, and more, Keen is here to help. Use my link in the description to claim 10 minutes of talk time for only $1.99. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Ashley and I make astrology videos here on YouTube. Welcome back to another drive with me. Today, we're going to have a Leo in the car, as you can see from the title. So this person, like many others in the series, I've never actually met in person before, so I'm looking forward to meeting him, picking apart his brain, as I always say. So today, I'm gonna be asking him a bunch of invasive questions about his personal self and his mind to see how the mind of a Leo operates. I don't know him, but from what I gather, he seems to give off Leo energy. I like having people in the car that like radiate their zodiac signs energy, because then I feel like I'm getting like, oh, damn, these roads are bumpy. Hold on. As you guys know, Leos have not always been my favorite sign. I don't think he's seen my videos, so he probably doesn't know all the things I say. But I'm looking forward to understanding how his mind works. So with that being said, we are gonna get into the video, but before we do, a quick word from our sponsor, Keen. I will be quick, I promise. I just have a quick thing that I want to share with you that I think you guys will love. So if you're not new to my channel, then you're probably familiar with Keen. Keen is a website and app that gives you access to thousands and thousands of different types of psychics, clairvoyants, tarot readers, astrologers, and so much more. If you're looking to get some guidance, clarity, or wisdom on your love life, your career, your future, anything of that sort, then Keen is the place for you. I love Keen because if I ever need some spiritual advice, then I can go on and find a trusted psychic that has all the answers for me. I definitely think it's something that you guys should try out. In fact, I actually have a discount for you guys. So if you use the link in my description, you're gonna get a 10-minute reading for only $1.99. Do you know how many answers you can get in 10 minutes? You can ask a lot of questions in 10 minutes. And for $2, that's a steal. Buy a cup of coffee, get some wisdom and clarity on your life. So if you guys are interested in checking out Keen, make sure to click the link in my description to claim the offer. And thank you to Keen for sponsoring this video. All right, back to the drive with me. Hi guys, so I have AY in my car with me. So he's the Leo for today. Do you want to tell them like a little bit about yourself? Like what you do?
My name's AY. I'm an artist, producer, songwriter, graphic designer. I should just say like a creative in general. Yeah, from Toronto. I'm a Leo. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's me.
Do you feel like you're like a typical Leo? Compared to like what everybody says about Leos?
Sadly, yes.
Yeah?
But like, I feel like Leos are often like sort of misinterpreted.
How so?
Because there's a lot of like traits that are specific to the person, and then there's traits that are specific to like a Leo.
That's true. Yeah.
So people always mix up the two.
Okay. So if anyone's curious, we do not have his rising or moon sign. I forgot to get his birth time. So we only know that he's a Leo. But that's enough to work with, so we're gonna get you to answer some of the questions that people sent in. So go ahead and pick whatever you feel like picking.
I'm a Leo and I don't understand myself.
Do you understand yourself?
I think it took a lot of time for me to like really figure out and like why I do certain things the way I do. So I relate to that. I feel like Leos take a lot more time finding themselves, and maybe they do it. It takes them more time than like maybe other signs.
Yeah.
So I think it's always important for like a Leo to sort of like take the time away from everyone else and sort of like zone in on themselves.
Really?
Yeah. It's almost like, I almost think about it like a lion leaving a pack. Like you have to like be independent to really like find and be able to navigate the world the way you want to.
Yeah. You know that lion is your like sign, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was a coincidence. I was like, yeah.
How do you manage confidence versus humbleness, and how does one know when to use either?
How do you manage confidence
versus humbleness?
Okay.
This is one of those things that is often misinterpreted, that I feel. I think that Leos are confident, but they're so confident that it comes off as ego. And then that's what like usually like sets people off.
Does it come off as ego, or is it actually ego?
So like depending on what the individual, it can be a little bit of both. But we're just like very like, once you put our foot down on something, like we're very stubborn to sort of change our minds.
Okay.
So that sort of creates conflict sometimes. And like when we know we should be humble is usually when we're not like pushed up against a wall.
What do you mean by that?
Like you can't give a Leo an ultimatum and expect what you would want to expect, sort of thing. Like you would have to really,
okay, like they're gonna do what they want.
Exactly.
Okay.
Every time. So I feel like that is like sort of where that's sort of where that comes from. Where it's like people are like, oh, don't be humble, but it's like usually it's just like the Leo just wants to do what they want to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Leo rising, do you like the attention or do you like ignoring the attention? That's funny.
You know that's like a typical Leo trait, right? Like attention seeking?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you fall into that category?
I like attention, but only when I want attention.
But do you want attention like 90% of the time?
No. No, because only because like it's not that I feel like it's not that we want attention, it's just that we're always being put into like a position of leadership. Is it that? Or is it that you always end up putting yourself in the position of leadership? That too, honestly. I'll say it's both.
Yeah.
Like we like being the leader, and maybe that comes off as always wanted to be attention seeking. So because we don't like I feel like we don't like taking direction from other people. Yeah. Like I was saying, like we want to do what we want to do. So if you're like, let's say we're making plans or whatever, and I just burst in and be like, oh, we're gonna do this, this, and this. It might come across as like, okay, you're doing too much for attention, but I'm like, no, I'm just trying to like take over, you know? Yeah. So like we kind of, in a way, could be bossy, and that causes a lot of conflicts. I would say that's probably one of the starting points of like why a lot of people don't like Leos. Yeah, maybe. Because it goes back into that whole ego thing as well.
I feel like the Leos that are like more confident, cocky, whatever, I feel like they like trigger other people into like feeling insecure.
100%.
Yeah.
Because it's like I feel like I've never really met a lot of shy Leos.
I've met 2 in my life, and I've met so many Leos, and it's so weird when I meet them because it's like they're so rare. Leos are so outgoing and they're so friendly and fun, and like it's so interesting when I meet a shy one because I'm like, are you okay? Like what? Like why are you so quiet? It's
yeah,
so
like maybe this Leo's just having a bad day.
Yeah. Have you ever been shy in your life?
Not really. I've kind of always been like out there from like a young age. Like I would always be like middle school, I'd be doing talent shows. I was like president in high school.
Oh, okay, so you were that Leo.
I was
like the really popular, like fun.
And it's funny because me and my sister are like 10 days apart, so we're both Leos.
Is she like the more chill one, or is she like you?
Me and my sister argue about 10 times a day.
Are you guys similar age?
No.
Oh.
We're like she's like 7 years older than me.
Oh, what do you guys argue about?
Just everything. And she always blames it on our sign. She's like, oh, it's because we're both Leos.
Yeah, you're too similar.
I'm like, how does that even work?
That makes sense though.
It probably goes into the next question. How do you get along with other Leos?
Oh, okay, yeah. How do you?
Everything is, when I find out I'm meeting another Leo, everything is good until we have a disagreement on something. So like, let's say you want to go out somewhere and I want to go out somewhere. That small discrepancy between what I want to do and what they want to do
will like escalate.
It will escalate.
Oh my god.
And that goes back into like even like some like relationship drama and all that stuff.
Have you dated a Leo before?
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
Oh my everything god. Like I said, everything was good until I think we had like one argument.
Oh wow.
Because yeah, that was it. I feel like that's the thing about Leos. It's like we're very stubborn, so it's like it's not even a conversation at one point. It's almost like I'm gonna do what I want to do, and then the other person's like, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Oh my god. So being with a Leo, if you don't argue at all, was it that one argument that like broke you up?
Basically.
Damn. So it gets that intense with Leo conflict?
Because we're like, it's just, I think it's just the stubbornness of like.
Oh my god.
But it also has to do with like how good Leos are with communication, and that's more of like a personality thing.
Personality, and also there's like other planets in your chart. So like with that, like there's a sign that rules communication. If your planets are too like different in that area, then you can have a lot of conflict. But that's like deeper astrology.
Okay.
Wow, though. So you have a sister that's a Leo, and you had an ex that's a Leo.
Yeah.
My mom's a Leo.
Okay.
She's kind of crazy.
If she says you have to do something a certain way, will she get mad if you do it a different way?
Oh, absolutely. Even if it has nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
Like my process for cleaning the house when I lived with her, like she would get so mad. She'd be like, why would you start with this side? Start with the other side. Why don't you have a system? I'm like, I have my own system. She's like, but use mine. I'm like, why? I'm cleaning, not you. Like,
You know, I said I argue about my sister.
What?
You sound exactly like how I talk to my sister.
Really? Like you want her to do it your way?
No, I literally like. So
Oh my God.
One of the things I argue with her all the time is about dishes, and she has this thing where she would always like, if she's like cooking, she'll always leave the pan on the stove instead of putting it in the sink.
Oh, I hate that.
And like I always like tell them like you should do it like this instead of like after you're eating your plate and then wash it. Like it's like those small things, and I don't know why it bothers me
Does
so
it
much.
even
It's gonna be
affect
left
you?
here.
Okay.
And it does, because I'm like if I see there, I'm like, okay, I'm not even gonna cook in this kitchen anymore because you just have a pad there.
What? That is so dramatic.
I know, but it's like,
oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm like this.
If I were her, I would do that just to keep you out the kitchen.
And I think that's why. And it's like, it's that stubbornness on both sides.
Oh my god.
It's actually, it's so funny. So I think maybe I have that trait in common.
Probably.
What's the most annoying thing people assume about you? I feel like that I'm selfish.
Leos can be really selfish. Do you feel like you are selfish?
I don't think I'm selfish. I think it's like I'm always going to do what I want to do, and if you try to sign me up for something and I don't do it, it comes off as selfless. But it's just like when I have my own to-do list, I don't really break it just because, you know, like it's one of those things. It's here.
That's the house?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just drive around.
Okay.
So you prioritize yourself?
I prioritize
There's
myself.
nothing wrong with that.
But people take offense to that. It's like...
that sounds like a them problem.
But a lot of people do. Like, even if, like, they didn't reply to, like, a text or saying, oh, I really, like, let's do something tonight. I'm like, oh, I'm busy. But, like, I'm home. It's like, just because I'm home doesn't mean I can't be busy in my own home.
Yeah, you can, especially
so, like,
as a creative.
Exactly. So it's like small things like that people take across as like selfish. I've had a lot of issues with that actually.
Wow.
With like other friends where it's like, if I was to hit them up, they would like drop everything to like sort of hang out.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do that. But if they were to tell me that I have stuff to do, I can't hang out, I would respect that.
That's the thing. You know what? I go through that too, actually, where like people have these expectations of me that I don't have of them. So it's like, I don't ask for that. I don't, you know, like people that expect so much of me, I'm like, I can't give you that. And I also don't want you to give me that. So like, why can't we just both agree that we don't need that much from each other?
Exactly.
But not everyone's like that. People can be very demanding.
Yeah, and they take it as like a selfish trait.
Yeah, exactly. In my last relationship, that's what I went through, where it's like I was always getting called selfish for not doing like things that I just like, I don't know, I just didn't care for.
What was the sign of your last
Virgo. Lots of criticism and lots of pressure of being like the perfect partner. Virgos are very like, they're really big perfectionists. But it was really exhausting, and I thought it was selfish for years, and I'm like, no, like we just have different, we're just not compatible.
Second question, are you selfish? No.
That's the next one? Are you selfish?
Yeah. I'm not selfish.
Okay.
Am I dominating?
I guess like in a relationship, like do you try and tell the girl what to do, and like are you a little controlling?
No. I don't think I'm dominating. I think I have expectations.
Okay. Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I'm an introvert at night. I'm an extrovert in the daytime.
But don't you go out at night a lot?
Okay, I'm an extrovert.
Okay.
Anybody that watches this and knows me, they're gonna see this. That's live.
I don't even know you, but from what I can see, You seem like an extrovert.
Okay.
Cause you know what? I was thinking about like how did we follow each other, and I remembered it was because I saw your TikTok about partying, and it looked really fun, and I was like, ooh, I want to go. So then I followed you because you're like, follow me for boat parties, and I was like,
dead.
Never got invited to a boat party.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I threw a couple functions. It's crazy because it popped up on all of my ex's For You page.
Oh my god.
And they were
they're probably so mad.
They were mad because like some of them got me blocked.
Oh.
So I was just like,
oh, you're one of those, Leo.
I was like,
Yeah, I think that video probably did well because I saw it. Another friend of mine saw it because I sent it to her. And then I looked in our DMs and she sent it to me. I was like, okay.
Yo, but
so no, yeah, that in itself screams extrovert. With Leos, they have a hard time being alone. Do you relate to that?
Yes, 100%.
Why?
Only because I feel like there's times where I just want to be by myself, but then once that time is done, I'm like hitting up my friends like, yo, let's hang out, let's do this. Like, let's do like I feel like we're always in our heads, so sometimes we always want like a second opinion, and that's probably where that comes from. I feel like we're very good like overthinkers. Really? Yeah. Cause like when you're like I was saying earlier, like if you're always like sort of trying to play the leader, like sometimes you need like a second voice or like
yeah, that's true.
Like for me, like my music, like whenever like I'm making like a song, like I could sit on my computer for hours and days and not know when something's done, but like I would want sort of like a second opinion or like someone else's input. Yeah. So and I value the company of other people as well.
Can you be alone for like days at a time?
Yeah. Like I could like when I travel, like I travel alone.
Oh, okay.
So like
I was gonna ask you that next actually, if you would ever travel alone.
Yeah, I went to Paris for Fashion Week.
How was that? That must have been fun.
It was lit. When I tell you, like, I met A$AP Rocky, I met Skepta, Lucas Sabat.
Oh my god, I love him.
I met Kanye.
Oh
that
my
was
god.
the biggest thing. I met Kanye and Kid Cudi.
What?
And I kid you not. That was like I felt like that was like destiny.
Oh my god.
But like after that, when I tell you, like I've never been so inspired and like just kept continuing to like sort of grind. Yeah. So that trip, I feel like opened my eyes. When you just enter into a space and there's no one else that you know, it will show you like your true like personality.
So you can be alone then? Yeah. That's not a big Leo thing. A lot of Leo. Here's the thing with Leos, like they can be alone. Sorry, they can, but they just never want to be. Yeah, it's not a choice that they would want to make. But if the circumstances end up that way, yeah, they're fun. Fine. Yeah, they're fine. Exactly. Why do you guys lie so much? Why do you guys lie so much? Do we? Yes. I don't know about you, but most that I've come across, absolutely. We don't lie, just don't tell the truth. Yeah, okay. Definitely the same thing. Oh man. I don't think we lie. I feel like the only time we lie is like, I think we're really good at reading people. And if there's, like, if you're a sensitive person, we will lie almost to like protect your own personality. Oh my god. Cause like a lot of like I said, a lot of people don't like hearing about themselves, and the truth hurts a lot of people. So in that aspect, I feel like that's the main circumstance where like sometimes we won't tell the truth just because people aren't ready for the truth. I don't think I lie. But is that up to you to determine? Like, how do you know people aren't ready for the truth? Do you give them the chance? Okay, you remember going back to like you saying like we don't like being alone? We don't like losing friends either. Okay. So I feel like we do that because sometimes when you tell people about themselves, you risk losing or ending that friendship with someone. Yeah, that is true. So I feel like maybe that's where that comes from. Fun. As a Leo, would you say you attract many people who try to steal your light, all while making you feel like you never had any in the first place? It's a two-part. I find that people get really threatened by Leo's confidence, and they try and like dim their light. Yeah, and take over. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Insecure people for sure.
I think so. Going back to like, remember how earlier I was saying we like to take like the leadership role. That conflict with other people who sort of want that power in a sense, it sort of creates a lot of conflict in that aspect. So I get that.
Do people try and like dim your light?
I've never really felt like I was in that position until someone tried to like comfort it, and then I realized like, where's this energy coming from? And then I'm like, oh, they're like, they take like my presence as a threat. Like sometimes I'll like so I throw a lot of parties, so I meet a lot of people. I'll be in a party and like, let's say there's this guy that's like talking to a group of girls, but like, let's say I know them. I'll just come in, like I'll be like, hey, what's good, you know, I'm saying hi, and that person would take that like as a threat.
Oh my god,
like,
you know, you're just saying hi to your friends.
Yeah. And like it's funny because like my homegirls would come to me and be like, yeah, he doesn't fuck with you. I'm like, why?
What?
Like what did
you do?
Like,
oh my god,
I don't know, like that happens a lot actually. Like the more like if you don't know me and like that's like sort of like your first interaction I have with you, which happens a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of people take that as a threat.
Damn. Men, right?
Men and women, both.
So you know what, going to like relationships, do you find that like when you have a girlfriend or someone you're talking to, do they get jealous of all the relationships you have around you? Oh, shit.
100%.
Oh my god.
110%.
Damn.
That's
do you have
always,
like do you have them in a lot of environments where you're like constantly saying hi to females and things? Oh god.
Because it's like I know so many people that like if I cannot walk on Queen Street West and not hail up somebody.
Oh my god.
So if I'm like out with like my girl or whatever and I run into someone, it's like, hey man, all this stuff. Oh, like I'll hit up, like let's say I'll talk to my friend and I'll be like, oh, like what I haven't talked to you in a while. I was like, yeah, my man like told me to like block you because he doesn't like.
What?
People take my presence as a threat, for real 100%.
Spoken like a true Leo. Oh my god.
I don't, but like it's in the same way. It's kind of a confidence
I was
boost.
about to say, I could see by your smirk that you love it.
I love it.
You love it. I could tell. I was gonna ask you that, but I was like, no. I could tell he loves it.
I love it because it's like I'm not. It's not something I'm intentional. I'm being me. I'm just being me, and it's like
you breathe and people are threatened.
I'm like, okay. I wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't like if I could change that trait. I wouldn't even touch them. Like that's perfect. That's fine. Like I feel like if you're a more introverted person, I can make you an extrovert.
Oh my god. Have you ever dated like an introvert?
Yeah.
And you made them an extrovert?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Like,
but you know what, that does happen because I feel like my ex made me more extroverted. I was forced in a lot of areas and rooms that I would never have gone to, and it kind of helped me out of my shell, I will say.
I feel like in a way, like hanging out with a Leo, you could sort of like we could brush off some traits from them. They
just like exude this confidence that people can't help but gravitate towards or run from.
I feel like we're really good at like uplifting those around. Like you're supportive. Exactly. Like if we're at the top, we don't just want to be at the top. We want to bring up the whole pack. You know?
Even the fact that you didn't even know me and you bought my book.
Yeah.
Like I was so like touched. I was like, wow.
I think you just told me you had a book. I'm like, all right, where's the link? I'll buy it.
Yeah, and you fucking sent me a screenshot of the purchase, and I was like, that's so nice.
We do what we want to do, but once our to-do list is done, we have time to help you with your to-do list. You know?
Exactly.
So I feel like that's where that really comes from.
That makes sense. Do you know enough about signs to say your bottom 3 signs, like the least favorite, and your top 3 favorites?
I know my top 3 favorites.
Okay, what are your top 3 favorites?
Aquarius.
Really?
Yeah, my
we are
favorite.
A great sign.
My favorite, like, not really an X. Okay, my Aquarius.
Okay.
Scorpios.
Toxic.
Yeah, but maybe that's just like the toxic aspect of it. I feel like I don't get along with Virgos.
No, there are a lot.
Like they're always, yeah.
I like Virgos, but I can't. It's really hard for me to get along with them sometimes.
Oh, and I feel like all my close friends are Libras.
Okay, so that's 2 air signs. So Aquarius and Libras are both air signs.
Oh, they are?
Pretty similar signs. And then Scorpios are just, everybody loves them. Everybody loves to hate them. Everyone's like drawn to them, but they like secretly think they're like crazy.
Yeah, they are.
They're crazy. They're actually crazy. But they're intriguing.
Yeah, no, they are. If my friend sees it, she's gonna page me.
Oh my god.
But I really get a lot. I like Sagittarius. They're like just
They're one
chill.
of my favorites.
They're just chill.
Who do you not like?
Is it Geminis?
Geminis are crazy.
Yeah.
June, July.
Don't get along with them.
They're a lot.
They're like cool until you realize they're not.
Yeah,
cool.
they're so fun and nice, and they just like change.
Switch.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, it's like
they
the
just like turn
seasons.
to a whole new person, and you're like, what the fuck?
They have multiple identities.
Yeah, they definitely do. They definitely do.
Have you
Their
ever seen
sign
the movie
is the
Split?
Yeah, that's a
them.
Gemini. That's a Gemini.
Yeah, 100%.
Their actual sign is the twin because they have 2 faces.
Oh.
Yeah, they're known to be like two-faced and like just shift personalities. Yeah.
You shift.
It's
One week they fuck with, hey, where you going? What's up? Next week, leave you on red.
Yeah, they change. Yeah.
It's like they switch up. I feel like they very easily replace people in their circle.
Oh my god, yeah, with no problem at all.
Yeah.
Like they don't even care.
So like if you're like in high school, grade 9, your best friends, grade 10, they don't fuck with you.
Are you someone who loves to grasp the attention of everyone in the room?
I feel like I like to like dabble in just to sort of catch a vibe. Because like it's funny you said that. Like when I was doing like the house program or something, like I'll be sitting at a table, and if there's one person that got away from the table that I didn't get to speak to, I will be like, I should have connected with that person just to see.
Good for you.
I feel like we like getting to know a little bit about everybody.
So do you see everyone kind of as like an opportunity?
100%.
So like, okay. So is it like you feel like you want, how can I benefit off of this person?
Not necessarily. Like also from my perspective, I think, okay, that as well, but how can I help this person as well?
Oh, okay. That's good.
Like, sometimes I like being the bridge between 2 people to connect. I'm not looking for anything in between. It's just sort of like, okay, if you're a writer and I know a really good designer and maybe that's one thing you're working on, like I'll just be that person that connects it to because I've talked to everyone at the table. So it's like I said, I can help an introvert become an extrovert. Yeah. Sort of by like helping out in that way. I feel like we like helping people.
I already know the answer to this. Do you have a lot of friends?
Yes. Yes.
You seem to have a lot of friends.
I have a lot of friends.
Okay. How many people do you consider to actually be close friends? Like close friends you can call up, some shit went down, you know, one-on-one intimate time, no parties, no nothing, just intimate relationships.
Like 10.
Damn, that's a lot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh
my god, wow. So if you were crying, how many people would you let see you cry?
Yeah, that's about 10. I'm literally counting in. Oh, maybe 12.
What does it take for you to call someone a friend?
Like just whenever, just being like reliable and dependable.
But like, let's say, for example, you and I, right? I won't take it personally if you say no. Don't worry. Let's say you leave this car, great vibe, whatever. Is that exchange enough for you to be like, oh, that's my friend, or does it take you? Wow.
Because the way I always take friendships, we're friends until disrespect is involved, which means you haven't done anything to disrespect me. So why wouldn't I consider you a friend?
Okay.
Like you bought me coffee today, so we're friends.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? It's like if you buy me food, we're friends.
Oh my god. Why do you jump from relationship to relationship or always need a partner?
I don't think I always need a partner. I'm very comfortable being like a single. Like I got into like my first relationships during like when COVID hit.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like in the past I've almost gone into relationships, but like I said, I have a lot of expectations, so it's like it's kind of like broken talking stages.
Oh, so lots of situationships.
Oh, so many.
Yeah, me too. Before
so
I had
many.
a lot of, it was a waste of time.
Exactly.
Waste of time. So you're okay with not having a partner?
Yeah, like it doesn't change anything in terms of like my lifestyle and all that stuff. I'm gonna still do me.
But it would, wouldn't it?
That's the thing. It would, but that's why I'm like I said, I have those like expectations where it's like you have to understand that about me and like not take offense to it. So it's like if you want
takes a strong person for that, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of females are not fully comfortable with a party lifestyle, lots of females, things like that, right? So like definitely, it means you have to be picky on who you allow in your life, because you can't be dealing with someone who's holding you back. You know what? Leos always have lots of jobs. Are you one of those people?
I've had a couple of jobs. I worked at Cineplex since I was 14, which was technically illegal, but I was tall enough to finesse it. But my height, I was like, let me just make money.
How old were you at 14? Sorry.
is the camera rolling? Perfect. That's hilarious.
How
old were you at 14?
As soon as I said it, I was like, hold on.
Like, that's why I just gave you a look. I'm like, I'm just hoping you realize what you just said, right?
I think the look is what gave it away. I don't even know if how tall were you at 14 is what I meant to say.
I was probably already 6 feet.
Oh my God.
I'm 6'4".
You're 6'4" now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see you standing up.
Yeah.
You know what? Your knees are really high.
Yeah, I'm about to be like, yeah.
Why does your relationship need to look good to others around you? Do
Like
you
my
relate
relationship
to that?
with other
like when you're in a romantic relationship, why does it need to look good to other people around you?
One, I don't really relate to this, but if I was to answer it, I feel like if it starts affecting the relationships, existing relationships I have with other people, that could be like a deterrent. So it's like I was saying earlier, like if I have like a group of friends and then my relationship seems toxic in their perspective, they're gonna think like I'm toxic. So I feel like that might be something that like I'd want to like protect.
But why do you want to protect that if you're not toxic?
Just because I feel like we don't like I was saying, we don't like losing friends. So it's like that might be a reason like people might stop hanging out with us or stuff like that.
So I guess you care what other people think about you.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah. How deeply does that affect you?
Oh, I think that's the one biggest thing that like I have to like learn and like sort of master.
Like caring what other people think.
Because I like even like with the opinion, like we care too much about the opinion of other people. Because we're always in that like leadership position or like that, so the opinion of other people has a bigger effect on us than the average person.
So do you feel like, okay, because like confidence is such a big thing for Leos, how do you feel confidence and caring about others' opinions of you can coexist?
Only because most of our confidence comes from the opinion of other people.
Oh, so you kind of need validation.
So remember how we were
feel
saying
confident.
like when I'm in a room and people like feel threatened by a thing.
Yeah.
That comes because of other people's opinion.
So you feed off of that.
I feed off of that, but I also feed off of it in the negative way as well.
So what if you walk in a room and nobody thinks you're shit? Like they like
that will, my confidence is disappear. Like I will become like shy in those moments because it's like I don't even want to like speak.
Oh my God, that's interesting.
Only because we like, that's one of the things I feel like all Leos sort of need, is that second opinion.
Wow. Because
we're always in our head. So if we do get that second opinion and it's negative, it kind of like confirms like the pessimism that so like a lot of us carry.
Why are your possessions more important than people? Do you relate to that?
I think, yeah, no, I don't think that's true.
Do you have a temper?
I've outgrown it. Used to.
How bad was it?
Oh, it was horrible.
Like
10. Like me, like I was saying, me and my sister, like the way we argue, you would like
scary.
Yeah, you would think like you would need to call the police, but like we're just playing. Like
really beating her up?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, damn.
No, we just yell at each other, but like it's like two dogs barking at each other. So it's like, But no, I'm not the punch in the wall anger. No.
Oh, okay, that's what I was picturing.
No, nothing like that. It's mainly just like I will match your energy, basically. That's the best way to put it.
Okay, so I have 2 more questions. Well, 3 more technically. Okay, the last one is, why are you so arrogant?
You know what's funny? I don't ever like acknowledge that arrogant side because I don't think I have it. But that's also just could be me being delusional. I don't think I'm arrogant, but from the outside perspective, I can't control that. So maybe, if you think I'm arrogant, that sounds like a you problem.
Last 2 questions. So to wrap up the video, I want to know your thoughts on this experience doing the drive with me. How was it?
No, this is cool. I like this. This is like, it's funny because I feel like whenever I drive with my friends, like that's always like the most genuine conversation setting. So it's like it feels natural and sort of organic. Like
it's easy to forget the camera's there.
Yeah, basically.
And then lastly, if you had to give any advice to Leos out there, what would you tell them?
There are certain moments where we need to put our pride aside, and that's like the hardest. That's like the hardest thing. I feel like just for like the benefit of the cause and like just in general for like the other person or whatever situation it would be, I feel like putting our pride aside is like the hardest thing for a Leo to do. The result of putting our pride aside is always like 10 times better like if we just kept it up. Our pride could often be a wall in between us and another individual, or especially like in a relationship. You can't have pride in a relationship.
No, you can't.
Because that's where the selfish aspect would come from.
Yeah, for sure. I think this was a good one. I think you probably gave a lot of Leos clarity on how they might feel. So thank you so much for being a part of it.
Yeah, they're gonna attack me for spilling all the beans.
Honestly, yeah, the Leos are gonna be like, why are you telling our secrets? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a comment down below. If you want to be a part of a future Drive With Me series, make sure to follow me on Instagram. All his links are going to be down below as well. Check him out.
Follow me on IG at AY Lawson.
Down below.
Down below.
Alright, guys.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Come on. Buy the book.
Buy the book.
Come on.
Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Easy.